Ooh, Fredo.
Hey, yeah, I'm back into the barricade. What I'm doing, counting up money from this year I made. Last year was a different story, but this year I'm paid. Just do 630 in the club, I let it ricochet. Extreme rules ain't enough, I put him in a cage. Now it ain't nowhere to hide, you about to catch this fade. Hey, if rap was wrestling, I'm in the Hall of Fame. Playing games, better acknowledge me like I'm Roman Reigns. Hey, but you can't see me though. Took a break, now the final boss back with the demon flow. The innovator, I just do the stuff that they ain't seen. I'm like the Undertaker, a tombstone to put you where you need to go. A match against me and Dog out for showstopper. I'm in the booth with sweet cheer music, I'm the showstopper. Like the Midnight Express, I'm on the road rocket. They screaming no mas, I'm old mas, dog, I'm a whole problem. You got the money in the bank, I need the whole profit. Running through my ops like Goldberg, like who gon' stop him? Looking at the clock, it's 3:16, I'ma go spot. And I'ma open up a can of whoop ass like Stone Cold drop. You beating us, the squad like 3D when we teaming up. I got the longest title reign of real rap, it ain't no.
Yo. We in the building.
Yo, what up, gang? It is your boy, Mr. FTW, and I am here with the gang tonight. We are here for the Mad Smoke Vibes and AEW Dynamite. Of course, this is 420 friendly, as our boy Madman Murray would say. Put the kids to bed and all that good stuff, man, because this show gets a little rowdy. And I got the gang with me tonight. I got my boy Rich Lord, and then I got the girl Bonafide, the lovely Bonafide with us, man. How y'all doing?
Man, living, can't complain.
Okay. We live and moisturized. So we living.
Yes, man. With that being said, man, we open up Dynamite tonight with our boy Swerve Strickland and Ricochet promo, which basically, if I'm not mistaken, does that not lead into the main event where we have Swerve Strickland and our guy Brody King versus Ricochet and Takeshita. So
Okada.
Okada, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, and I just want to talk to us, man. What y'all think about this segment?
We talk about the promo. I like the promo. I just hated they was butchering over their words a couple times. Like they was fumbling over their words a few times. That was probably the only thing I probably say that kind of took away from it. But outside of that, I mean, it was cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed the contract signing. I'm excited. I like Ricochet and AEW, and I like the way that the crowd reacts to Ricochet. You know, because for the longest, I feel like Ricochet was a little corny. So to have him at AEW and have this storyline against Swerve Strickland, I like it. It reminds me of Lucha Underground when it was Killshot versus King Puma. So it kind of brings me like flashbacks. So I definitely enjoyed the promo tonight, even though Ricochet isn't the best on the mic. I still enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed just how much the crowd was involved with the promo in the beginning of the show. So it did what it needed to do. So, I'm definitely not going to complain about the first segment of the night.
Okay. And don't get me wrong, next we go right into our next segment, which is the first match of the night. And we have Will Ospreay versus don't get me wrong, who was that y'all going to put him out there?
It was
Will Ospreay, Powerhouse Hobbs, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy versus Lance Archer, Brian Cage, Keith, what's his name? I can't think of
Brian Keith.
Brian Keith, and then the other dude, I didn't write down his name. I can remember who he was.
Homeboy. I forgot his name. Okay. I think his name, I forget his name, but it's one of his homeboys from the United Empire. I can't think of his name. Saved my life. Big dude.
So, yeah, that was them. I'm not gonna lie. With this tag match, it was too busy for me. It was too busy for me. It was cool, but I low-key could have did without this match. I'm not gonna lie. But I know it goes a part of the storyline, but Uh it was, I don't know, it was drug out. It was a little too dramatic for me.
I liked it. You know what I'm saying? At first, when I first seen it, I was like, damn, a 4-on-4 tag. You know how that shit is. I'm thinking like it's gonna be all over the place. It's gonna be extremely messy and chaotic, but it actually was. I still think that I think the match was paced well. I think everybody got to, fight who they have a storyline against. So everybody gets to get together. I think the part that could have dragged long probably was at the end when they were attacking, because it's already a 4-on-4, so we seeing a whole bunch of people. I think like they could have just ended it instead of having somebody have them attack at the end. I felt like that would have been a perfect match, because I mean everybody got to shine, and I always like to see my boy Powerhouse get his shine on. So
Yeah. Big Daddy Hall.
But FTW podcast with not no. Anyways,
I just hate how they did him at the end though. They slammed him on the steel step. I was like, oh, come on now.
I gotta ask y'all, what do y'all think about just Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay rivalry though? Like, is it overdue? Is it time to go to something else, or is it what we need right now? Talk to me.
Say that one more time.
What do y'all think about this Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher storyline? Like, how do y'all feel about it? Is it overdue, or is it like, you know what I'm saying, we can keep going for it?
Personally, I feel like they should have did a little bit more storytelling. Like, let them get in there a little bit longer before we had this storyline, because I do feel like it's kind of getting drawn out, but I feel like we just don't know how deep it goes. Like, we got little bits and pieces of it, but we still haven't fully experienced the whole bond and what's so. I feel like the storyline is good, but it could have been juicier. It could have been juicier. So now it's kind of like whatever, I'll take it though. But and
Yeah,
then Will Austin, he's just awesome. Sorry, my bad.
oh no, you good, you good. Yeah, I agree with Bonafide. I felt like they could have done a little more with the storytelling. I think the furthest or the most dramatic thing they did as far as the storytelling between Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher is when he shaved his hair. That's probably like the furthest it went. And then it was just like, little shots here and there and then a whole bunch of matches. So you don't really get that feel, kind of like, for instance, how we get that feel with Ricochet and Swerve, because they still had promotions where it was just them, like just one-on-one, or Swerve and Prince Nana and Ricochet, like everybody all involved. I feel like with that Don Callis family, like it's kind of all over the place. And Kyle Fletcher isn't just. He's like he's not one man. Now he's like not by himself, like a one man arm. He got a group of people with him. Now what I will say is after the match, I did like how they was making Will Ospreay old homeboy, catch across the back with the chair, but I felt like maybe Kyle Fletcher should have been the one to do it. They are about to have a match that would give some more fire to some more fury to the fire. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. With that being said, man, we're gonna let our boy Rich lead us into our next segment.
So then, after the next, that's crazy. I don't even remember what order it went in. It went the promo, the match, and then was it another promo? I think it was the MJF.
Yeah.
MJF and Hangman.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that was the first one because they had two instances. So I think that's the first one where he was outside and then Hangman pulled up, and then I want to say they went to the ring.
Yes, it was him and Renee Paquette.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
At first outside. And of course you got MJF talking this shit, talking about how Hangman's a loser and he's gonna really show him what he's gonna do to him this Sunday. Of course,
but ain't no my bad. What the cold part about that shit was. That's my God. Hey, he was about to light Hangman on fire. MJF crazy. He literally was about to set him on fire.
I was waiting for it. I really thought they were going to set him on fire. I ain't gonna lie.
I did too.
I ain't gonna lie. I wanted it to happen. I'm kind of sick in the head or something. I don't know. I wanted it to happen.
But Hangman crazy. So like, I'm trying to see how far they gonna go with it, because you gotta take Hangman to that next level. So who gonna really put him over the edge? Like we saw what Swerve did, made him blow Swerve house up. So it's like MJF was really about to set you on fire. What you gonna do?
Right, and we talking about MJF. You know, this is the devil. You know, this is the level of the devil. So you know, I'm excited to see how crazy he is gonna get because it can get real juicy. It can get real juicy. But I did enjoy the segment. I like MJF and the Hangman Adam Page as he brought in this new character that he's created. I do like it a lot. So you know, it kind of keeps me on the edge of my seat. So I definitely do. I did enjoy that little backstage segment.
Yeah, Hangman doing this thing with this new psychopath character he got going on.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely enjoy it. It's what
I'm
I'm gonna
definitely
do.
feeling it. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely one of them things where I don't even think he switched it up too much. He just was more aggressive when we got behind it.
Yeah, I can see what you
Yeah,
said. Because he kind of always, besides that little phase that he went through where he kept doubting himself. He was wearing the butterfly jeans and shit.
yeah. I feel like this time it's more believable.
We can get behind this.
Yeah, it's more believable. You know, I feel like he's fully into it this time. I feel like last time it was kind of like it was some uncertainty, and this time, you know, ain't no uncertainty. We said in the movement, and this is how it's going down. So I'm not complaining. You know, this little cowboy shit, so I'm down for the ride. I'm
Yes,
down
yes,
for
yes.
it.
And what the next thing we have right after that, I want to say we have our boy. I'm not calling him. I'm not calling him Cope. I'm just gonna say Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland versus Willa Yuta, and it was a solid match. I'm not gonna lie, it was a very solid match.
Match of the night.
Okay, that's where you going with match of the night?
Yeah, for sure. It's match of the night for me. I love me some Willa Yuta, and this was an excellent match against Copeland, Cope, Edge, however you want to call him. This was match of the night for me. Was
Okay,
the match of the night for me for sure.
talk to us,
Yeah,
Rick.
I'm not a big I don't, for whatever reason, I've never been a big Wheeler Yuta fan. Like, I don't know if it's how they present him or he just or like even when he coming out to the theme music, it don't even like it fit him for real. Like, he's not coming off as what they're trying to put him as. So like, I could never just get behind him. Like, he just remind me of like a dude that's trying to be like a follower who just down with the lit crew or AEW right now. That's just what I get from. Not saying that he's trash in the ring. Not saying that at all. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, character wise, I think that's why it's always been it's been quite hard for me to really get behind Wheeler Yuta like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but this is where I like Willa Yuta because I feel like tonight, I feel like those layers are coming off. And then where I don't feel like he's a follower is because every faction he's been a part of, they asked him to come be a part of the faction. He didn't want to be a part of the faction. And then when he did become part of BCC, you know, he proved himself. So I feel like he proved himself and he's a valuable asset. You know what I mean? So I feel like this Will Yuta that we're getting is going to be the Bond.com. And I'm excited. But I hear what you're saying. But
But I said, if
Willa
you look
Yuta,
at it like that, I can see that too, though. Like, cause I ain't gonna just do him dirt like that. Like, yeah, they do ask him, and he did have to prove himself twice with the same people.
yeah. And then
Except,
then the faction that he was in was with some heavy hitters. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I ain't, you know, Willa Yuta, he the man to me. He the man.
now, I do like that Psycho knee. He bad for that one right there. I like
Yeah.
that. I ain't gonna lie. But you said this the match of the night.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely match of the night because I feel like it went with the storyline. I feel like we got to see Willa Yuta start to, you know, branch off, and we just got to see Willa Yuta do his thing. And I'm excited to see it. So yeah, this is definitely match of the night for me. You know, Cope, he
What match
he
of the night?
he
Hold on.
delivered.
How
He did
late
what
how
Cope
late am I that we're at match of the night already? I don't remember.
We're not even at the main
No, I
event. We like
just
right
said
in the
this my
middle.
match of the night.
It's her match of the night. She talking about Wheeler Yuta versus the Red R superstar Cope.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't even get me started. Okay, second match. I'll let you finish what you're gonna say. Then I want to rewind for a minute because I had a couple things I was wanting to say. I apologize for being late, everybody. I was waiting on a cab. You know how they can be sometimes. Got me here quick though. As soon as I told him where I needed to be and what I was doing, I gave him a little tip on the way. He got me here super fast. Like there was somebody probably pissed off at me that was already in there when I got in, but fuck them. I got here first.
Yeah,
That's that
first come, first serve.
Oh, I think she actually was first come, first serve. She was already there, but oh well. She can wait. I got here.
They know what time it is.
My boy was ill in that moment. He said he didn't care if she was first come, first serve. I'm getting first.
Oh well, tough. She was already there. I bet she didn't tip. I was tipping. Plus the driver was a homie, so I'm like, hey brother, look, can you get me to my place as soon as possible? He's like, I'll do what I can. I was like, all right. I didn't expect nothing. I figured she'd still get dropped off first. No, all right, thanks, bro. I appreciate you, bro. All right, man, here you go. I got you though.
Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bonafide. I interrupted you. Stole all kinds of your thunder. Get that thunder back.
Oh no, you good. I was just saying, I love me some Willa Yuta. And, he displayed himself tonight, and I'm excited for this journey we about to go on with Willa Yuta. So, yeah. And that was match of the night for me. It was match of the night.
Bonafide's match of the night. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
Rich Lord, it's good to see you. Lord, it's good to see you.
What up, my boy? What up?
Good to see you again, man. I'm glad to have you. Shit. Again, I apologize for being late. It's normally not like me. If I'm not here, I'm normally just not here. So
no, I got you. It's all good. We was holding it down until you got here. That's why we want to move it too fast.
I appreciate you. I told Boss Man, he told me who I had with me. I was like, shit, if they want to go ahead and start it, I'll just jump right in when they're good to go. I know y'all are competent enough to carry my show for me. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Hey, Bonafide's been doing it for a year. Bonafide's been doing it for a year, brother. Like shit. I mean,
she doing her thing.
That's just another Wednesday night for her. Shit. Did you give your opinion on this second match, this Willa Yuta?
Say that one more time.
Did you already give your opinion on the Willa Yuta Edge thing?
Say that one more time.
Sorry. Did you already give your opinion on the Willa Yuta?
Oh, no, I was about to.
Oh, go ahead, brother. You go ahead and do that.
But I agree with Bonafide. Like, it was not on the match of the night part, but just of like it was a good match. Even though I'm not a Wheeler Yuta fan, like character-wise, I do like what he does in the ring. But I'll probably say my favorite part about that entire match was the ending when, Coke got on that mic and basically he said, yeah, that's what respect look like. You feel me? Just let them know, like, hey, just because you lose in a match, you ain't got to get mistreated. You don't really got to be with them people like that. You see what I'm saying? And see, he know what he doing because, Copeland, I'm trying to get his name right. Cope is the master manipulator. Like we saw what he did in WWE. He was to terrorize John Cena. We know he can go there. He's the perfect match for Mox, and we see like the mind games work because it made Mox come out. He tripping. He like, oh, you think you could just, you trying to play the mind games with me? You think you slick, Cope? And then now he's looking at Wheeler Yuta treating him bad, mushing him, pie facing him. You know what I'm saying? Straight up disrespect. Wheeler Yuta ain't going for. He like, what? Mushing him back, and then he walking off. So I feel like Cope put that seed in Wheeler Yuta head because at the end of the day, like like, man, I done took a bunch of ass whoopings, tails crossed the head. He's basically been a sacrificial lamb for the Death Riders. So, I felt like he probably earned Cope respect right there, and then he just let him know, like, hey, bro, you can step up, and then you'll be a boss when you be on your own.
Oh yeah. I'll go ahead. I'll kick in then on this match. I do want to go back after this. For those again just tuning in or for who've been watching and I just showed up, it is your boy Loud Madman Murray. I'm a little late, but I'm here. The gang was holding it down for me as usual. I appreciate them.
The madman.
Everything that they do. So Willa Yuta versus I refuse to call him Cope. I'll either call him Edge or I'll call him Adam Copeland. I
like Adam Copeland better. I just call him Cope.
I think Cope is a stupid fucking name. I won't do it. I refuse. So I will forever pretty much call him Edge. You got the same damn music. So Willa Yuta versus Edge was a banger of a match. Much better than I thought it was going to be. The storytelling physically with what they're doing, Mwah. That's how you do it. That's sports entertainment right there, boy. I tell you what, they were cooking with it, and I love that Rich said it. I agree 100%. That's why I looked at my homie when I was watching it. I said, that's classic Edge right there, the mind games. He's getting in Yuta's head saying, look, you don't need to be behind this dictator, brainwasher, cult leader, John Moxley. You're good. I respect you. You're a badass. You know, you've been champion. This is what respect looks like. Shake my hand. I loved all that. I was like, okay, that's how you're going to play this. And then with Mox coming out and pie face and pie. Only thing I wanted to say is, Will Yuta, come on, you should have pie faced the shit out of him. That was a weak ass pie face that he gave back to John. Like, after all that shit, he should have, if he didn't clock him, he should have at least, bitch, you should have muffed the shit out of him. You know, that was.
You feel me? He just be taking a punishment. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah. But I loved it. The Mox promo afterwards, mwah, chef's kiss again, as usual. Mox just amazing on the mic. I did hear rumor that I will give a little bit of breath to. It's not, I'll say it's one of them 30% substantial rumors. This is one of them people I hear stuff from, and like maybe 1 out of 3 is good information. So I heard that Mox's contract, which I thought he signed a multi-deal one. I guess he's only been on a year and a half contract, something like that. But I guess it's coming up soon-ish, like middle of the year. And rumor he's not going to re-sign. I don't know. After hearing his book, I don't think he'd ever go back to WWE. But when the money's right, the money's right. If the story's right, the story's right. I don't know. That's just something I wanted to put out there. Maybe people will hear it here first in case it does happen. Hey, you heard it here first, Family Time Wrestling Podcast. I personally hope it does not happen. But if it does, it is what it is.
Now, I could see both. Because I know what you're talking about when he was saying his book about like just how it was. And then I can see, you know, him going back to WWE, but just because how they setting up this run, because it kind of feel like he holding the belt hostage. It's like, who is he gonna drop it to? And when he drop it, that's him passing the torch, and then he gonna go ahead and go walk and go on to, you know, WWE. But it's like, okay, well, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. I'm not gonna give it to Coach. You don't deserve it. Who deserves it? So when that person finally gets it, they're gonna really feel like the king. Because I feel like, honestly, like when we talk about AEW, when you think about the AEW World Champ, you're probably thinking about MJF or Moxley. But in my opinion, I feel like most people probably think about Moxley.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And
MJF had a great
MJF.
run. MJF had the longest run, like consecutive run, beat Kenny Omega and all that good stuff, Chris Jericho. You know, but when it comes to
champion, that's what I think of, the champion.
But when it comes to memorable runs, you got the La Champion, you got Chris Jericho, who's Chris fucking Jericho, so of course. But you also have, like what you were saying, you know, Rich, you have that run. Even Swerve, like Swerve had okay, but nothing super memorable. It's the Moxley reign throughout his 3-4 reigns that has been, oh shit, Mox is doing his thing. And if Mox loses to Copeland this Sunday, which brings me to my next announcement, live on Prime Video, AEW has signed a deal where all future pay-per-views can still be found on whatever platforms you've used them to buy before, whether it's Triller or regular pay-per-view. It will now be streaming live on Amazon. I take that as you won't need, if you have Amazon Prime, you won't need to purchase the pay-per-view to watch it.
I hope so. I hope to God that's what that means.
I hope it doesn't just mean, okay, well, now you can purchase the pay-per-view through Amazon Prime, you know, which wouldn't fucking surprise me.
I feel like it's that. Deep down, I really do. I hope it's not.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought that I had heard rumor before, and I thought they confirmed it, that they were going to be doing these, the pay-per-views would also be streamed on Max. But maybe just because they're adding the replays to Max, they brokered another deal. Well, why do that when we can make more money through Amazon? But with that in mind, I'm hoping, like, again, we can tune in and watch it. So,
but I'm saying they didn't do a good job at explaining on that commercial. They kind of left it vague. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, when I saw it, I'm like, wait, hold on, why are the pay-per-views not coming on Max? And I'm like, so can we just, like, is it gonna be like Peacock where we can go back and watch it, or is it just like that's it?
Yeah, no,
it'll be added. Like, Max is slowly adding the AEW and Dynamite, Collision, and the pay-per-view library to Max. You can go back and watch the start, and then last year's currently. But they're supposed to be like adding, like, so you got the first year and then the last year and then what's currently going. So they're going to add that in between middle stuff, which I can't wait, because that's when my boy Brody Lee and all that was there, and we, Dark Order reign and everything. So Britt Baker, Thunder Rosa, all that good stuff. So I'd like to go back and see that. But
I just googled. It is going to cost to watch on Prime.
Of course it is.
I knew it.
Same price.
Yeah, $49.99.
That's better than the what? It was 65, 70.
Yeah, I was saying it ain't bad, but still, I was still. That's
what
they need to make a subscription.
Free on YouTube.
Yeah, I was already gonna buy it on Triller anyways. I might still, because Triller has that 2-pack deal most of the time, where I can get this one and the next one for a set price. It's like $80, so I get like 20 or $30 off the next pay-per-view by buying 2 together. I might do something like that. That's Triller TV, people. They don't sponsor us, but I support their shtick and what they're doing. So go check them out. They are free, and then they also pretty much have a subscribe base, obviously, like everything does nowadays. But they cover obscure sports, MMA, kickboxing, and a lot of actual indie stuff. You can find a lot of GCW and Juggalo Championship Wrestling stuff, and some Ring of Honor stuff, older stuff. But Ring of Honor has their own platform, so that who knows how long that'll be on there for. I do want to say real quick, like I said, I wanted to run back. MJF starting off the show, I loved it. His promo, getting in the camera's face, everything comes out of his mouth pretty much 98% of the time is just amazing. It's fucking MJF, man. I can't wait till 20, 30 years down the road when he's done wrestling and we get like documentaries and stuff that show us who this motherfucker really is. Because I don't know. No one knows if he's MJF or if that's just, his character. No, we don't have any kind of proof otherwise. All right, so let's...
We gotta wait till we about 67. Like,
there's
MJF. I remember.
But tell me that's not legendary in and of itself, right there, bro. I mean, who else can we say that about in wrestling now? Yeah. Back in the day, it would have been Undertaker and Ric Flair. All right, but then Ric Flair kind of steered into the curve when the kayfabe died. Undertaker tried to keep it till the day he's retired and wasn't Undertaker no more. That motherfucker is like the last purist we've had. Until then, we get to MJF now. This is it's absolutely.
Yeah, he's
crazy.
No longer Undertaker. That's Mark Calloway.
Yeah, Mark Calloway. Now there ain't no Undertaker. Swerve and Ricochet contract signing. I liked it. We don't get a lot of contract signings in AEW. This was great. Swerve did fumble pretty bad on the mic, and that's not like Swerve. So I don't know if it was overcome with emotion, if it was what. I'm not quite sure on that one. Who knows? I'm still excited for Revolution, especially after what the outcome was tonight, but we'll get to that. How did y'all feel about that Ospreay, Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Powerhouse Hobbs, Brian Cage, the fatal 4-on-4 match that started the show? I want to know about that real quick. And you know how we do it. I don't know if y'all did it or not. 3-star reviews, 3 stars of madness. Give me your best of the show. What do you think it was out of 3 stars? We'll start with Rich.
The contract signing. My bad, not the contract signing. The 4-on-4. I did like the 4-on-4. Like I was saying earlier, to me it was well paced out. I just felt like they kind of still did too much at the end because it was already 4 teams of 4 is 8 people. Then we seeing everybody that once the match is over, then you got an extra attack from behind from the same people. And then I felt like Kyle Fletcher should have been the one to get a chair shot to Will Ospreay instead of the homie, Will Ospreay's former homie. I forget his name. He was in with the United Empire. You probably remember
Mark Davis.
Yes, Mark Davis. I was about to say Mark Andrews, but yeah, him. I felt like Kyle Fletcher should have been the one to catch him with the chair shot. We get ready to head the Revolution where they had that steel cage match, and that just adds more fire to Will Ospreay.
And I do apologize. I know y'all have already gone through this and told everybody how you feel, but for those that just tuned in and myself, fuck y'all, because I want to hear it. All right, I didn't get to hear it. I want to hear it. I had him on in the cab, but I couldn't have my volume up because I didn't have my earbuds with me because I didn't expect to be stuck in a motherfucking cab to be doing the show. So I'm pull up there, bring out the madman. I'm trying to calm down. All right, Bonafide, what did you think about that 4-on-4? I'm sorry, Rich, were you done with that?
Yeah, that's it.
Bonafide, girlfriend, let me know.
I didn't really care for the tag match.
Okay.
It was cool. It was a little messy for me, especially when it got to the end. It was just a little too dramatic for my tasting, so it was cool. And then my rating for the overall show tonight, I'm in good spirits. So I'm gonna give AEW. I'm gonna give them a 2. I'm gonna give them a 2.
Okay, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Okay. Yeah, it's always good. Because they had storylines. Everything made sense. It was a little boring. Everything made sense. We're on the road to Revolution, so I do feel like with Revolution on Sunday, it's going to be a lot of things. It's going to be a lot of changes. So we shall see.
Rich, brother, what was your star review?
You said out of 3, right?
Out of 3, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2 out of 3. It was just a regular episode. Like it wasn't an exciting episode, but I felt like you saying, they just piecing all the storylines together to get ready for Sunday, because we already know when Revolution hit that TV screen. Come on, they gonna do what they do. One thing about AEW, they know how to put them pay-per-views together. So you feel me? You already know to expect greatness come Sunday. Get your popcorn ready.
You're gonna pay $50, but you're getting $150 worth of entertainment. I swear to God.
Listen, just pay your $50 and put the TV volume on 80. It feel like you're there live. Take your 2 shots of some Hennessy.
And look, people, it's on Amazon, so if you don't want to go out to the bar and watch it on some screen somewhere, maybe somebody's playing some pay-per-view, you want the comfort of your own home, call some friends over that don't have Amazon Prime. Say, look, y'all all pitch in $10. I'll make some nachos. We'll all watch some AEW. And I was hoping if they were smart, they would have streamed it free through Amazon as a trial run, because you have an audience, an untapped audience. A lot of people that probably haven't watched wrestling in forever have definitely never watched AEW because they don't have the capabilities. They don't have Max or cable TV, but they have Amazon Prime. Personally, I have it through Metro PCS, my phone service, so I have Prime free. I don't have to pay for Prime. So for people like me on Metro PCS that maybe never seen AEW, don't have nothing against it, but they've never had an outlet to watch it, now you have this opportunity that they can watch a fucking pay-per-view that's going to hook them. If they're a wrestling fan, it's going to hook them.
It's
going to be fucking amazing.
Facts. No, you're right about that, man. Because see, it's so many of these apps out here, these streaming apps, and one thing I've been noticing, they're taking advantage of pro wrestling. Pluto TV, Sling, Tubi, HBO Max, Netflix, they are taking advantage. I'm talking about from the WWEs, the AEW, to the TNA replays, to the ML. They got MLW live on TV on Amazon Prime. I don't know if anybody has Amazon Prime, but if you go to the live TV section,
yes, they
have MLW that comes on a certain day. I want to say it's like Thursdays. Then they got Women of Wrestling. Wow, they got their own channel on there. So a lot of these streaming platforms, they're taking advantage of pro wrestling right now because it's super duper popular.
It is a great time to be an independent wrestler.
Yes.
And I mean a real independent wrestler that's dedicated to the craft, that wants to get seen. The only thing holding you back, and this is my shout out to all you lazy ass independent wrestlers that are on wrestling cards but ain't promoting your shit. What the fuck are you thinking? How are you supposed to make some goddamn money and get your name out there? I'm not going to do it for you. Bonafide's not going to. Rich ain't. MTG, welcome, by the way. He's not going to do it for you because you're lazy. Why am I going to waste my time on posting shit about lazy-ass people who can't do it the damn self? If you're an independent wrestler, it's all about selling that merch. That's how you make your motherfucking money. Well, how do I sell my merch, Mr. Murray? How do I do that? No one knows who the fuck I am. Well, here, try to get better, wrestle at bigger indie promotions, get your own merch, and make sure every fucking show you're on, boom, every day, all your platforms. Hey, I'm going to be here on Saturday. Come check this out. Tickets on sale. It's going to be great. Yo, I'm here on Sunday. Yo, I'm here on... You get the point. Come on. If you don't get the point by now, then you're too damn stupid. You probably should be a manager or work backstage.
Gonna get out of business.
You're going to hurt yourself or somebody else. It's not that hard. So promote yourself, people. Everybody, believe in yourself. Promote yourself. No one's going to believe in you the way you can believe in you. Promote yourself, get yourself out there, and you'll be amazed the way shit happens. That's all I'm going to say on that. Boom. That's my little Madman minute rant of the night. Mic drop. I personally like. Oh, MTG, what's your star rating out of this night? What did you think out of 3 stars?
2 out of 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, we got solid 2s out of 3s tonight. I'm the same way, and you know how hard it is to get a 2 out of me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't watch the whole entire thing. I didn't tune into the Edge and Wheeler Yuta match.
Hey, personally, that's when I came into the show and interrupted these 2 fine people that were taking over for me. So, I mean, see, symbiosis right there. It's all meant to be. So, I'm just going to say I actually enjoyed the tag match a lot more than I thought I was. Mark Briscoe is out there doing his thing. It's always good to see that redneck kung fu. He got some great pops. I'm telling you what, I love Matt Briscoe is so fucking entertaining. He's so simple but so entertaining. He is one of the epitomes of a professional wrestler. When it comes to a sports entertainer, professional wrestler, whatever you want to call it, I like to say sports entertainer because technically I don't care who invented the word. He's a piece of shit, but he's right about that. That's what the fuck we do. All right, that's what the fuck we do. We're sports entertainers. Okay, so I don't know why professional wrestling. I figure professional. I think Olympic. I think what you see in the college leading up to Olympics because that's wrestling. So when it comes to what we do when we're the costume, music, and the performance, I don't know. I know I'm not alone, but that's personally how I feel. So that's how I'm always going to refer. I know I rub some guys in the locker room the wrong way by saying that because they just won't use the words. Well, I'm a wrestler. I'm not. Whatever. Get over your fucking ego, or we can go out there and throw on a banger, and I can on your ass. We'll
sports entertainer sounds funner anyway.
I mean,
like if you hear it, I'm a sports entertainer. You're like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah. You
Listen,
know,
look at
I get that look.
Like
I get that. White Steve, we were having a nice show. I was showing respect to you, and
I love you all.
we're gonna move right along.
Don't start now.
The Wheeler Universe is Edge now. I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a match, guys. That was a heck of a match. I don't know if it was match of the night for me, but the storytelling in it was fantastic. The whole segment afterwards, we kind of been through it, but I do want to hear MTG's take on it since that's when he came into the show.
That was a good match to start off when I came in. That was probably, like you said, it might not be match of the night. But and then at the end of the match, I saw Moxley shoving Wheeler in the face, and I saw Wheeler did it back at him. So he might be the first ever Death Rider member to go.
He was the most reluctant. I don't know if you were watching when that happened. He was the most reluctant Death Rider of all of them. Like Mox basically had to force him to join by threatening to end Daniel Bryan's life or some shit like that. Like it was pretty brutal.
Oh right, because I don't think I was into AEW around that time when he was starting to join Moxley.
That was the formation of the Death Riders. It was just him and Marina Shafir at that point. I'm not even sure.
Bonafide had to remind me.
What's up, Rich?
I said, yeah, you're right. I said Bonafide had to remind me that same thing earlier.
Oh, yeah. So, Claudio came in, I think, right along when Wheeler came, or right after Wheeler, or something like that. They're pretty much boom. But yeah, Wheeler was definitely the least. Didn't kind of want to do it. Just kind of fell in line, kind of like the Mark Davis situation with Mark Davis and the Don Callis family, all that stuff he's doing with Will. You can see they pie-faced him, which that was kind of my another one of my beefs on this. We saw the pie face there. We saw the pie face by Mox. All right, come on now. Yes, you're setting up stories. Thank God, finally, you're giving us some stories. But we don't need to be recycling material from the same already ongoing story. Wait till it's done a little bit, then you can recycle. You don't recycle something that's currently going. All right. So.
That part.
Okay, Outrunners. I don't like them, but this 80s montage video was fucking amazing. Okay, being a 90s kid, but being born in the 80s, but pretty much being a 90s baby. That vignette, that little video was awesome. It had me going thinking, oh man, they got the 80s music, rock music. They got the 80s, filter on. Okay, I'm with it. I still do not want them to beat the Hurt Syndicate at all. I know Boschman and a few other people want the belts off the Hurt Syndicate. Okay, fine, sure, but please not the Outrunners. Just not the motherfucking Outrunners.
Why you don't like the Outrunners?
Bro, I don't. Okay, I have my fill already of goofy ass tag teams with WWE and especially AEW. I need some seriousness in the tag division, some fucking monsters, and I feel like the Hurt Syndicate can be that. All right. I felt like House of Black should have been that, but they kept kind of jobbing them around. I love me some Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends and all this, but all this huggy and dancing around, private party, and
don't do best friends like that. Don't do best.
I've had enough.
I know what you're saying. I felt the same way about the New Day at first before they turned heel. I know exactly what he's saying.
I did too, brother. But here's my thing about New Day. At the time and for a while, they were the only really comedic group. AEW has like 3.
I got it.
They're flooded with it. So, please do not take. I can't take it. Leave it on the Hurt Syndicate. We don't get no kind of prestige behind these damn tag titles. It's hot potato. Your turn. No, fuck that. Then stop them. Take them away. We don't need tag titles no more than that. There's so many nothing but factions, nothing but trios titles at that point. Get rid of the tag titles because no one has only 2 members anymore.
Yeah. That's a good argument for it. I ain't even think about it like that. Most AEW is faction heavy. It's usually 3 or more.
It makes WCW look like shit. Like when you go back to the NWO era, you had 4 different NWO, LWO, RWO, BWO, blah, blah, blah. All that
Wolfpack came out.
Yeah. Wait, boy, this is worse than that.
So my guess is that you're not a fan of Pretty Deadly.
I'm not.
Look, do we even have again, we were having a nice show and you got to bring up one of the dumbest ass WWE. All right, this is AEW review. I know you missed the first half. AEW. I'm giving you a hard time, MTG. No, I'm not real big. I am a fan of Pretty Deadly because I hate them, but the only reason I hate them is because they're so good at the gimmick that they have, which means they're doing their job perfectly. So I'm a fan of how good they are at what they're doing, but no, I can't stand them. I can't at all. I'll give them their flowers. No. MJF waiting outside for Hangman to show up, and Hangman shows up and acts like he's gonna run him over. I tell you what, boy, MTG, that is a great picture to have frozen on your screen, brother. We're gonna make that your new background. Oh, damn, there he goes. He ran off. But anyways, brawl ensues. MJF or Hangman's beating the brakes off MJF, dragging him into the arena. Except we get the old school throwback. I'm talking 1980s, 1970s, 1960s, a little bit in the Attitude Era. Throwback okey doke where it's just an MJF guy that looks a lot like MJF with MJF's scarf that MJF gave to him and made him. And then boom, Max hits him from behind. Short little brawl ensues that MJF gets the best of, beats the dog shit out of Hangman and pursues to pretend he's about to set that motherfucker on fire. I'll tell you what, I knew there's no way to set him on fire. And then for about 1.5 seconds, I thought, is he really going to set this man on fire?
I know, especially when he tried to light it and then light the first time. I was like, he about to light him on fire for real.
I was like, if he drops that shit, I hope that shit's not filled. It's just not going to light because that's dangerous.
Listen, I thought we was going to.
He's already knocked out like 5 security guards at this point. He gets swarmed by 30 now. No, probably like 15, something like that. 12 to 15. And I love that they didn't classic drag him out. They lifted his ass up so he couldn't go nowhere and carried his ass. I love that. That was a great, another chef's kiss, cherry on top. Tony was cooking the night he needed to after the company we will not mention much more during this show. But they just had a banger of a pay-per-view and a hell of a swerve on Monday night. So I'll give them their props because they're cooking right now, too, when it comes to sports entertainment. We're fucking killing it. And Tony needed to respond. I feel like it was a decent response. It wasn't nothing to write home about, but tonight was a decent response because the vignettes were fucking great. And the matches, there wasn't a bad match. So if you ain't got a bad match and you got great vignettes and storytelling, what more are we really asking for as fans? Can we really complain that much unless a match is just botch city? You get what I'm saying? How'd y'all feel about this? MJF, all that whole concern, bona fide, ladies first this time. Go ahead.
I enjoyed it. I thought we was going to see a body lit on fire tonight. But, it was cool. It was cool. We didn't get to see nobody on fire, but it was all right. I'm into this storyline. I like this side of Hangman Adam Page. And, and they were talking about MJF. There's no level other than the devil. You know what I mean? So I thought we were going to be in hell tonight. But, I guess we'll just postpone another night. But nonetheless, it was cool.
Rich Loud, it's Rich Loud. Let me hear it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I love to see a psychopath Hangman. It was funny to me because I noticed something during they segment. Like, does Hangman ever run? Every time I see him, he like speed walking. Like anytime he got like a problem with somebody, he straight power walking somebody down. Like he never running full speed. Even when he was walking MJF down, he was speed walking like a motherfucker.
He saves that for the match. I don't like face Hangman though. Are you cool with face Hangman? Are you like feeling this turn? Because Hangman's obviously a face now. He had his face turned, and he's doing things the right way. MJF's back to being full MJF heel.
I like face Hangman as long as he's showing that he's angry.
Okay, so aggressive face Hangman.
Yes, I don't like depressed Hangman. In my feelings, Hangman. I don't like that one.
Okay.
In my feelings, Hangman.
Yeah, it was a period of time Hangman was stuck in his feelings wearing butterfly jeans. He was stuck for a little minute, like before he turned it back up. It was like, nah.
I love that.
Psycho.
I love that.
I think I missed that Hangman.
That's a perfect fucking description. Yeah, that's exactly how he was. Oh, shout out to Hangman Adam Page, aka the Stephen Amell lookalike.
The Hanger.
I love
not
Hangman.
so much anymore, but I swear to God, when he was a little bit younger,
not so much anymore.
At first, I was like, "Is that Stephen Amell? Is that Green Arrow on my screen? That ain't Green Arrow." And then because I'd already seen Green Arrow wrestle in the other aforementioned company, I'm like, "Is Green Arrow?" And come to find out, Green Arrow did wrestle in AEW at their first ever fucking show against Christopher Daniels.
Wow.
Went through a table. They had like a 25-minute banger. And I watched an interview that they had with Stephen Amell, a.k.a. Green Arrow, a.k.a. Heels, on that match. And he says, like, it was like 5 or 6 minutes in the match, I was blown up because I forgot to breathe. And I got blown up. And Chris was talking to me and asked me what I wanted to do. And I told him, go home. He's like, I said, go home because I'm blown up. I don't know what to do. I'm just like stuck. And Chris said, I got you. You were going another 15. And Christopher Daniels carried Stephen Amell another 15 minutes through that match. It was still a hell of a match. Like, for Stephen Amell being an actor coming straight into the business, he definitely put in his bumps. Started, checking off his bump card and put in the work. And he did a hell of a match with a professional like Christopher Daniels. So for those that don't know and haven't seen that, go back. You can go back on Max right now, HBO Max, and check that out. As the very first or second AEW event, because the first event All In was not technically AEW. They did All In as an independent show. It may have been on that one. If it's not on that one, then it's on the very next pay-per-view they have. That is the official AEW pay-per-view. One of those he's on. It was great, but I had to throw that out there because Hangman to me used to look a lot like Stephen Amell. Before I get on any more rants,
but
go ahead. MTG.
I was gonna say that this guy's gonna light this man on fire on live television.
I know
That's a little too gory, and it took a whole army to stop him. They were carrying him out in the ring. And, yeah, that was funny how the way they were carrying him out of the ring. They had to stop him for lighting him on fire.
So you were for it. Like you liked the segment.
Yeah, I did. And I think the only time I can ever remember before that was the time when it was in WCW when Ultimate Warrior almost got light on fire.
Yeah.
It was Halloween Havoc 98, I think.
They definitely have old school vibes when it comes to AEW. I was for it. Yeah. We got Toni Storm backstage Queen of the Ring interview thing, which I will shout out to Naomi from the aforementioned company because she is also in that movie. Forget the name of the woman she plays, but she plays the first African American wrestling women's champion. Because I think this takes place back in the
50s, I think.
40s or 50s.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of that lady's name. I know exactly the woman she's playing.
Well, she was playing Sweet Georgia Brown. I think that's what it was.
I think
that might be.
Think so.
That might be something along those lines. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, she was trained by the Fabulous Moolah.
The movie. Toni Storm is also in the movie. I'm not sure of her character, but Toni Storm also plays in that movie.
Wait, you're talking about Mildred Burke.
Mildred Burke is who the main character is playing, but Naomi is playing the first ever African American.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, let me search that up. I actually have the iPad here. We can get answers for that.
It was a hell. I mean, no, that's not the promo I was thinking that was good. It was a neat little promo. What I liked about this, the only reason I really wanted to mention it, is the director of the movie was there, and he did his banter interaction with Toni Storm was fucking amazing. I would have thought he was a manager. Like that was perfect. I've never seen just somebody like that just cut a promo better. Just perfect. The way he got the British accent going, my dear, and like, oh, holy fuck! Wait a minute, what am I watching right here? This is the director of the movie. This ain't like an actual wrestling manager or something. That was great. So yeah, shout out to that. We don't really need to spend a lot of time on that unless any of y'all want to say something about that.
Go ahead, Bonafide.
Okay.
Oh no, that's
Thunder Rosa. What's up?
I enjoyed the segment.
Yeah. Thunder Rosa, great to see her. We don't get to see enough of her on TV anymore. Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander versus Penelope Ford, Megan Bayne. Okay. Worst match of the night, but not a bad match by any means. I don't feel like it was a bad match. Again, it was storytelling people. It was showcasing Megan Bayne and her power. That's pretty much what the purpose of this match was for. Yeah. The only thing I had a problem with was that Thunder Rosa took the pinfall. I'm okay with Megan Bayne winning, yada, all that, but why couldn't a Penelope Ford? You haven't pushed Penelope Ford ever. So I'm not saying you shouldn't push her, but if you got in with Thunder Rosa's supposed to be on her comeback tour kind of shit. Why are you having her take the pin? That part didn't make sense to me. Go ahead and we'll start with MTG this time. Then Rich, then we'll have Bonafide to finish us off. Go ahead, MTG.
I enjoy the tag match, and I'm a Megan Bayne fan, and that girl has a bright future. And she, I know what you're thinking, Bonafide. I know you don't like her, but I do. You don't like, but I do. I hope they invest in her more often. It seems like since she's getting all these wins lately, she's pinning her opponents. Looks like they're about to push her sooner than later. So I'm all for it. She's one of my favorites right now in AEW. I'm invested in her. The overall match was great.
Lord, it's Rich Lord. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
man.
bro.
It was a good match. Like I said, it was really just a showcase. What's the girl's name? Megan what now?
Bane.
Bane.
I want to say Burn. Megan Bane's strength. And it was also to showcase the fact that she is going to be Chris Statlander's replacement. And she's probably going to be the one to take down Mercedes Moné for that TBS title.
Yes, sir. And I'll be all for it. And then Bonafide is gonna be mad, and she'll probably just throw something at the TV when Mercedes
That's what they
loses.
lined her up for.
All right, Bonafide. Let's hear you roar. That thunder and that lightning. A little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning. Let's get it.
Can't wait to hear this.
The match was trash.
Oh,
The
here we
Megan
Oh,
I'm Megan Bain. I be wanting to call her Amanda Bynes. I'm just
why? Amanda Bynes.
impressive to me. I don't know why I want to call her Amanda Bynes,
She
but
can
that's
bench press 3 Amanda Bynes. What's wrong with you?
and it still look like trash. She's boring. I'm sorry, she's boring, and rightfully so. Thunder Rosa should have took the fall because she's boring too. You know, she don't really. It happened how it was supposed to happen for a reason. If it went the other way, I would be upset. But listen, I don't know what y'all see in Amanda Bynes. That's what I'm gonna call her. That's what I'm gonna call her. But yeah, she's boring. She's pretty. You know, she's tall. You can toss bitches around. So can I. But you know, nonetheless, she's boring.
Oh, wow.
She's boring.
I'm telling y'all, that's
Don't
Chris
know.
Statlander
I
replacement.
For those of y'all that don't know, I guarantee Bonafide's taller than most of y'all watching, so she can probably throw all y'all around too.
Yeah.
She ain't throwing me around, but she can throw all y'all around.
That's really what, like you said, she could toss you. So then if Chris Statlander could toss him too, but Chris Statlander ain't, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's really what that's about. They just
Chris
not gonna
Statlander
play it like that, but that's what it's about.
I mean, and unfortunately, you're right. I hate it's still that way. But when it comes to TV and the masses, there's still so many ignorant people that's the way it is. You have to have a look to you.
But Chris Statlander, she's attractive. It's just I feel like her character is nothing relatable. First she was coming out here as and now she's coming out here just dressed as a jobber.
But I'm saying, like, you gotta remember how Chris Statlander, when she first came to AEW, she had like that weird alien gimmick thing going on. And then she kind of let that go, and then she was just in limbo. Like right now, we still don't really know what her character is. And remember, she caught that injury. So like, even if you look at how they present Amanda Bynes, like when she pull up, like she coming out all elegant. And
you got Rich saying Amanda Bynes. Look at
big hair, super fine and tanned up. You feel me? Like you see the replacement already, even though like, because even with Thundercat saying, like I feel that, because I'm like, yeah, like really what's so special about it? I ain't even heard her speak on the mic. Like she just fine and can walk slow, and she can throw you around. But I just from looking at it from afar, it just seems like she's really about to be Chris Statlander's replacement solely because of facial reason, just because she looks better. Not saying Chris Statlander is ugly,
and it's trash.
I don't really prefer her F5 the way she does. I think she releases it too much.
She looks dangerous.
I think she releases it too much. I don't mind that she does the F5, but she don't need to throw them.
It makes it more impactful. I like it.
I get it. She's trying to make it her own thing, but look,
she don't look strong to me. Chris Statlander look like she need to be hitting that move.
Anyone, that's just it's more unsafe than it is impressive.
I got you.
It really is. The way Brock did it is probably the best and safest way you can do that move.
That's what I'm saying.
Throw someone sideways like that, the slightest movement or motion, they can twist, they can land wrong, land on a shoulder, and it's done, son. Okay, it's really hard to take a front bump when you're going horizontally across somewhere. It's just no. So I'd rather her. She can stick with the F5, but stop trying to toss them across the ring when you release. That's my only beef on that. Otherwise, I think her wrestling skills okay. I ain't got a problem with it, but I do agree, Bonafide. Is she a Valkyrie? Is she supposed to be dressed as Beth Phoenix? Which that's the vibe I get. She's like a new Beth Phoenix with the whole.
I like them build up Deanna Purrazzo better than to sit here and watch that girl wrestle.
Right.
Oh wow. I think she's more like an evil angel. I feel like she's like an evil angel type character.
Whatever it is, you need to be getting a
Bonafide said she
video.
feel like she just boring. She ain't no angel. She started just boring.
That's
That's the problem with Chris Statlander, and that's what Bonafide's saying, and I do get that. I am excited to see her develop, though. I think she will develop, and we'll see some good things in the future because AW needs women more than anything. They need female talent. They need to so they can do some female storylines, and we can get some women.
They don't utilize their female talent like they should.
They've got some Bonafide, but if you look at the real
Also
quality,
in ROH.
but if you look at the real quality, they can wrestle or they can talk on the mic. You have very few that got both. I'm just being real. You know, I love the women wrestlers who put on bangers.
Red Velvet, Queen Aminata, Deanna, Kaya Valkyrie. You know, there's a lot of them back there, you know, that they could be putting on the screen. But no, they got big old boring girl up here on my TV screen she don't even like her own music. She just walking around looking retarded. Anywho.
Oh, man.
I guess Megan Bain is your version of Scorpio Sky because I don't like Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky was reaching for the sky, okay? Reach for the sky.
Hey, Scorpio Sky was hard in the ring, though.
He was the man of the year. He was the man of the year.
Shitty-ass heel is the worst TNT champion of all time.
Is his favorite wrestler of all time. He's got like 17 autographs and action figures locked up in a vault.
That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. Where's he been at? I haven't seen him in a while. Is he still in AEW?
Who's Scorpio Sky?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
I have no
he
idea
was
what
released
he
a
is.
while back.
Yeah, he's been released.
We get Mercedes Moné backstage promo. Actually, shit, we were way past. Did y'all do the sponsor break and all that?
The what?
No.
Boss man, do we got a sponsor break or not?
No, sir. Y'all can continue on.
We got a sponsor-free show tonight, people. Let's see. We heard of the complaints. How much y'all wanted to see me? I mean, how much y'all wanted to see Bonafide Thundercat ad-free? And we answered. Here tonight.
No picture-in-picture.
No picture-in-picture. We're gonna power right on through Mercedes Moné backstage promo. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention because I think her promos are primarily trash. I'm sorry. I am not. Love Sasha Banks.
They've always been trash.
Not sold on Mercedes Moné. I know it's the same fucking person. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel the same.
I agree. But I still fucks with Monet because everything's better when it's Monet. So, hey.
Rich, how do you feel about
Megan Bain to F5 her?
I'm biased. Mercedes Moné can do no wrong in my eyes.
Okay.
MTG, don't get mad.
I'm not getting mad.
MTG. Mr.
What's
McGill.
up? Promo. I was never a fan of her mic skills, and it's just another. That's all I can say pretty much about Mercedes Moné in that promo.
Okay. Max Caster, best wrestler alive, open challenge. I knew it was gonna be another 2 minute scroll. I was just curious. All right, who the fuck's coming out to beat the shit out of Max Caster tonight? Jay White. As soon as I heard that music, I was like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be bad." And Jay comes out there, beats that ass for about 2 minutes. Boom, Sister Abigail 1, 2, 3.
Easy money. He called his sister Abigail. Now you know you gotta call it the what is it? The switchblade.
It's the
Switchblade,
goddamn
yeah.
switchblade. But
He
look,
called it the
look,
sister
look,
Abigail.
look. I'm
Sister
sorry.
Abigail.
Look, shout out Bray Wyatt, brother. I can't.
On the AEW show, you heard him.
I know. It's the switchblade. The switchblade pulls out the switchblade. 1, 2, 3. It's over. I'm digging the Matchcaster Open Challenge. I'm gonna get my ass beat because I want to see where this goes and the outcome. We lost Bonafide. I want to see the outcome of where this goes from here. I think it's some decent long-term storytelling they can do. It keeps Matchcaster relevant. I don't know where Bowens is, if he's injured or contract's up or what's going on. So,
Wait, I thought him and
what's up?
I thought him and Max Caster are separated.
They are, but like I haven't seen Bowens on TV or anything or heard anything about him since, and I don't think he's been doing anything on Collision. So I don't know if he's just going to come back and feud with Max Caster or what exactly is going to go on. Oh shit! Here we go.
My
It's
bad.
more than a full house tonight. We got FTW Rock, aka Rock Motherfucking Dreams, in the house. One of the best managers, if not the best manager, the second best dressed manager on the independent wrestling scene. How you doing, brother?
Shit. Ain't nobody above me with that, dog. You already know what it is.
Well, I mean, when Lyle Murray, dresses to the nine, Lyle Murray dresses to the nine. So
You can dress to the 10. You still ain't fucking with me.
Oh,
Nah,
man.
what's happening, y'all? As y'all know, I just
What up,
got off
what
work.
up,
I ain't
what
watching
up, what up?
AEW. I just wanted to fuck with y'all.
Well, in your opinion, no matter. I can go and kick it. No, I'm fucking with you, brother. It's good to have you. It was a decent show. You know how I do. I do 3-star, instead of the 5. We all gave it 2 out of 3 stars. If that tells you anything, I even gave it 2 out of 3 stars. So it wasn't
Oh,
bad
yeah,
all night.
shit.
Wasn't bad all night.
Let's
Boss
go,
Man's
let's
been
go.
MIA since I came in, so I didn't get what he thought of the show.
We got a boss man?
Boss Man
I
had
know
to fill
Tim
in for me momentarily. I was a little late to my own show. I know.
We was here holding it down. It's all good.
Oh yeah, they were
Yeah,
killing it.
you already know what I would, I'd be late sometimes. Shit.
We did like that at the end of the Jay White, squash match real quick. When he put Matchcaster in his place, he grabbed the mic and he was all, I'm announcing that I'm going to be in Cope's corner. Because at this point, storyline people, we've got Adam Copeland, Edge, has been taking out the Death Riders one at a time, sending them away in an ambulance. Will Yuta tonight with the match and then the shaking the hands afterwards, the interaction with Mox. He's done what he's done his whole career. He's been very cerebral about it, and now he's isolated everyone from Mox, so it's just him and Mox one-on-one, and now we know, well, Jay White's in his corner too. Spoiler alert that I'm going to say what I think is if Mox does retain, it's going to be because Jay White turns on Adam Copeland and joins the Death Riders.
That's that switchblade. That
I
was the
can
show.
see the turn. I ain't think about the joining the Death Riders, but I definitely see the turn.
God, he perfect fit. We saw him when he first came in. He's a brutal motherfucker. He came in as a heel. He came in from like New Japan, Jay White, Switchblade. I'm destroying everybody. Almost like a Hangman Page. The way they kicked the Hangman Page was on when he was a heel, just burning through. That type of mentality and attitude. And then he had the Guns with him. Well, the Guns, since they've been back, I haven't been seeing him. He ain't been coming out with them. Bang Bang Gang, all that. It's just been Jay White, kind of helping out here and there. Face Jay White, but I think
But
it
you
might
know-
happen.
you know
I
he
think it
plotting.
could happen.
You know he plotting. He got a plot because it's so many people. I think we had this discussion last time we was talking about AEW. It's so many people in contention for the world championship right now. You can have Swerve or Ricochet. You got Cope coming up. You still got Christian Cage, and you got Jay White, MJF, like they Hangman Page. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I can really see that because I don't see Mox losing. So I could definitely see Jay White turning on Cope because Cope already lost to Mox before. I could see him then Jay White get his turn to potentially take Cope to take down Moxley. Then Moxley beat him. Then we got to figure out Does MJF go? Does Hank? You know what I'm saying? So many ways you can go with this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it is setting up for some good stories, some good storytelling. Like tonight was, they gave us a story. They gave us some actual cohesive, instead of all over the fucking place, kind of confused what's going on, except for the Amazon Prime thing they left vague. Everything else, the stories as far as wrestling goes, oh yeah. Finally. Thank you, Tony, for giving us something. You had to. You needed to. It was about fucking time. Exactly. He's cooking. He's stirring the pot, getting shit ready to go. Oh, man. Mariah May and Tony Storm backstage. This was the segment of the night for me. This was fucking amazing. Like, I was getting shit ready, trying to get ready for the cab. I knew we were getting close to time, what I called and everything. But this just instantly got my attention. Mariah May doing what beautiful. And then Tony Storm sitting there just very, very calm. And then her rebuttal, her response. Good Lord. Hats off to both of them. Like, fuck. That people was cinema. That was stage, whether you like fucking Shakespeare or you like fucking telenovelas or you like your soap opera. That it was beautiful. I love the way they shot it. The words they used were perfect. The emotion was amazing. Mariah May was brava. Give her a fucking award for that. And Tony Storm was just as good. It's this Timeless Tony. Best Tony Storm I've ever seen is Timeless Tony. This Timeless Tony gimmick is amazing. I love it. And Mariah May is at her absolute best right now. A game. All around. In-ring and mic skills. Holy shit. Those two women right now, I feel, and unfortunately because of just her name, Mercedes Moné, are the three that are the upper echelon of the women they need to lean on to get that locker room together so we can start seeing more of this. Because we have very, very, very talented women in AEW. Just they need something to happen. How do y'all feel about this? Let me know. I want to know about this backstage segment because I'm all on this. This was amazing. Bonafide, go ahead and kick us off.
No, I agree with everything that you said. I enjoyed the segment. The only thing that I guess I could be a little iffy about is that I hope, we're just not going to have this constant storyline of the belt going between them two. That's my only thing. It's like I just don't want to continue playing hot potato between y'all two. It's entertaining, but then it's starting to get a little stale.
Right.
So I don't know. But other than that, I did enjoy it, but I am kind of like over this feud. They've been feuding, it seems like forever now. It's like how many times is Timeless Tony Storm going to win the women's belt?
Mm-hmm.
It's like she loses it to the one person, then she wins the belt off of them. The next time they decide to circle back around. So it's like, okay, you're gonna win it. You're gonna be a Charlotte Flair. You're gonna win it 16 times. Like, no, I don't. Sorry, no, I don't want to see that. I want to see a little bit of a change. So I do hope. With the AEW women's locker room, that they do elevate each other. Because, yeah, I do enjoy the feud, but I am I'm over it a little bit. But I'll take it. I'll take it.
Rich Law, let's hear you, brother. Sound off.
Yeah, I like what I saw. I feel the same way like Bonafide. You feeling like once Tony Storm beat Mariah May, I was like, well, once I found out they was facing each other again, I was like, okay, well, let's see this. Then Tony Storm wins. And then I'm thinking like that's gonna be it. And then she's about to face Mariah May again. Like I understand, like they still top rivals. They're the rivals amongst each other, so they got to see each other. I just feel like they're seeing each other a little too fast. Maybe that's because they haven't been working with the other talent or to develop them storyline wise, or maybe they're just, I guess, the hot rivalry right now. But it's like when does Mercedes Moné take that next step? Because it's like, she walk around with all them belts. It's like she has to be eventually the one to get the women's title somewhere down the line. And then maybe they throw Willow or somebody in there. But I do agree with Bonafide on that part. Like, even though I did enjoy the segment that they had, need to wrap that shit up, man. Don't lie, wrap it up.
I think the Art Revolution, I really do feel like this is going to be the conclusion. I feel like Tony Storm's going to retain, personally. MTG, Magic the Gathering, Miguel the Gamer. What's up, bro?
I never asked what it's still for. Miguel the Gamer.
Yep. And I was a little late for this whole rivalry. I wish I watched the whole thing since it started. I was missing out some good stuff, so I'm enjoying this long-term rivalry. And I hope this rivalry becomes the best women's rivalry in AEW history. I'm not saying it is, but I hope it does become that. And
it's one of
this whole rivalry is very entertaining to me. And seeing them go at it, and that's the most aggressive I ever seen Mariah make. Because Renee Paquette was like, "Mariah, calm down." Like, that's the most aggressive I've ever seen her. And like you said, they might wrap it up at Revolution, but they might revive it later on in the future, just like how they're gonna do with Swerve and Hangman. And I think Swerve and Hangman is probably. I hope they do. That's like their version of kind of like Rock and Stone Cold, Hangman and Swerve, and I want it to be that way for AEW.
But see, I feel like I agree with that too. You know what I'm saying? Because I was making arguments. I was telling the folks, I was like, look, man, Swerve and Hangman had the best rivalry, best storytelling all last year, and the matches, the in-ring matches to match with the storytelling. But I felt like with Mariah May and Tony Storm, I could see them going that direction. Like, they could be the female versions of Swerve and Hangman. I just feel like they moving too fast. Like, slow it down and then bring it back somewhere down the line.
Saying there can be filler.
And
there can be other matches in between. It doesn't need to always be her and them two versus them two versus. I get that. I can agree with that 100%.
And I can't believe I missed that whole Swerve and Hangman rivalry because I wasn't watching AEW at that time. And when I was watching the whole time, I can't believe I missed out on it.
Damn, even I saw that.
Death match in person.
Because I stayed away from it.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you that first death match they had was like an all-time match in wrestling history.
They had the death match. Like, fuck. It was brutal.
And I see him burning.
Look, I be telling people it's Swerve and Hangman. If they don't watch AEW, I tell them like Swerve and Hangman is on the level of Rock and Stone Cold, and like they're.
That's the MTG saying, yeah. That's definitely AEW's. And I mean, you have your old rivalries from when they first started, like your Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega. They have a pretty storied and heated rivalry. It goes back to New Japan and all of that. But now, if you were looking at modern era and just the way the stories have gone and the matches and all that, yeah, you got Hangman. I mean, motherfucker burned down his house and uses that as the background when he walks out now to his music. I love that shit. That's
man. And think about it, like they played that so smooth. Swerve and Nana had posted that he had bought the house on social media. Everybody was like, "Oh man, that's so cool!" Literally, like it was a thing going on about that. Even Swerve had went on the Breakfast Club and talked about him buying his childhood house. And then that same night, that damn Pac-Man and burnt that shit to the ground, boy. I was like, oh, this is cold. Like between their rivalry and CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, like them was the rivalries of 2024, and it wasn't close. Nobody else was even close.
Yeah. No,
I agree.
That shit was amazing. We get the main event of the night, which again could have been better. I hate when they give us the main event and there's 10 minutes left of regularly scheduled programming because you know it's only going to go 5 to 10 minutes over, if that, and you're still going to have a commercial break, if not 2. So I hate it, and all the companies are guilty of fucking doing it. I don't know why they got their rocks off get the rocks off about doing it. I hate it. You need to stop it. Quit giving us these predictable last main events. We know how much time we got left because, well, look, you're starting with 10 minutes till the top of the hour. But Ricochet and Okada, I mean, come on, versus Swerve and Brody. Now
that is a great team there.
That's a weird ass fucking team. That's my complaint about this. Brody. I get it. Brody's going after Okada's Continental title or whatever it is that he has. So you're going to put his enemy, and then Ricochet, of course, and Swerve, their enemies. Yeah, let's put it. I'm not a huge fan of these types of tag matches. I never have been. They're old school. They're throwback. We got them a lot in the Attitude Era. We got them a lot in WCW, EC. It's a staple of wrestling. I get it. Okay. I don't know. Just Swerve and Brody. I didn't really see the chemistry there. It was a good match. It could have been better, should have been better because the people we had in the match, and if they had more time, it would have been better. What I liked about it most, and this is going to sound fucked up, but Ricochet got the pin over Swerve again. Yes, dirty tactics, but they're letting Ricochet do his motherfucking thing over there. And I do think that overall Swerve will win the rivalry, but I like that you see, because you don't see it happen a lot, you see the motherfucker that is not supposed to win just keeps winning over Swerve. I don't know. I like it. I like this rivalry. This is one of the better ones they got going, this storyline. They're also probably going to finish it at Revolution. I think their story will be done as well for the time being at least, and I'm all for it. I can't wait for that match. Okada and Brody one-on-one, that'll be a sick match, I guess. They didn't really impress me much in this match as Ricochet and Swerve did. I think it's another reason you don't really put those together as a tag team. Okada, Brody, completely different style than Swerve and Ricochet. When Swerve and Ricochet are in the ring against each other, it's going to take all attention from the other shit. Brody did some cool shit. The stacks and the, smashing them while he's stacked up and showing the power and cool. We know that. But again, my eyes were more on Ricochet and Swerve's interactions. And I remember what they did more in the match than I can remember what Okada and Brody did. That's my rant, my rave about it. We're going to go ahead and start with MTG this time. Tell me how you felt about this one, brother.
Well, I do like the team with Okada and Ricochet. That was kind of an interesting team. I'm not saying that they should be a tag team champions or anything, but I'm saying for one night only, they should be a team. The same with Brody and Swerve. I'm not saying they should be a tag team or a tag team champions or anything like that, but it was cool to see. Sometimes to see some tag matches like that in the main event, like how you said, the old school back in the day. Like, for example, they had Steve Austin and Rock team up against DX on Raw one time. And I like when they do that on free television. I don't want them to be like an actual tag team. So overall, that match was decent to close out the show.
So you were satisfied with closing out the show with that match? Okay. Yeah. Loud, it's rich, loud. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm with you. I like the match, but the best part about it was that Ricochet got the pin. That was the best part about it, because now it's gonna set up Revolution the way it should. Because Swerve still hadn't got that win for real. He done took L's like back to back. Mm-hmm. So now to make up for it, then you go to Revolution, have that bang of a match that he becomes the number one contender for the AEW World Championship.
Oh boy. Bonafide Thundercat.
I enjoyed the main event. The match was a little dull, but I did like Swerve and Brody together. I did see a little bit of chemistry, and I liked how the crowd came and camaraderie behind them. So, and I do hope Brody takes the title off of Okada. It would be nice for Brody to get his independent shine, because Brody's a beast. He is a beast. So it would be nice to see him walk around with the title because we already know he's going to defend it, and it's about to be some bomb ass matches.
Yeah.
And then Ricochet and Swerve, this is probably one of my favorite storylines that they got going on in AEW. And when they face each other at Revolution, that's definitely going to be one of the matches of the night. So I was excited for this match. I felt like it was just enough to make you excited for Revolution for when they do have their own individual matches. So like it didn't go overboard, so it was cool. I definitely enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing Swerve versus Ricochet because that match is going to be off the chain. Like I'm mad excited for that. So yeah, but all in all, it was a good main event. So and then for Ricochet to hit Swerve with the title belt, I was absurd. And then before we end, I'm gonna need Okada to stop jumping off from the top rope and trying to do whatever he thinks his body can do because it's sloppy and it's just it don't hit. Every time he go to the top rope, I was scared. He just needs to stop. He's not a high flyer. He doesn't need to go to the top rope. He just needs to stay on the ground. Just on the ground at all.
Shade at Okada. The shade being thrown right now. Just all right, Rock. I know you didn't watch it, but you heard the outcome of the main event, the tag match, and the fact that Ricochet did get another pinfall victory, albeit not clean, over Swerve Strickland. What you think, brother?
I think from the way it sounds, that's exactly how it should be. Ricochet should win over Swerve until Swerve beat his ass at Revolution.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should how it be because Ricochet needs a little boost right now, first coming in, but at the same time, you don't want to hurt Swerve's character too much. So this builds Ricochet up as a hard hitter in AEW, which is what he wanted from WWE. So. Hey, I'm glad for it. As far as Ricochet and the other one, I haven't really watched their rivalry as much. But I like Okada. I like him a lot. I remember one point when WWE and AEW were, battling for him. He probably chose the right place because, like we said, AEW is known for getting the well-known wrestlers, not just the well-known athletes or stars. Right. And, they pretty much do what they can over there. WWE, they might get lost in the shuffle if you're not like an actual star. You can be a great wrestler if you want, but if you're not a star, it really don't matter. Case in point, Ricochet.
Yeah. So I think, are we all in agreement that Ricochet, AEW definitely, he's the WWE misused him. He belongs here in AEW.
Absolutely, 100%, because he wasn't, if WWE wasn't going to put a manager on him, then they weren't going to do anything else with him. I personally believe that should have did, if Samantha, this is where they messes up, right? You're so good at your job that you can't move up there. Samantha told them she wanted to be a manager.
Yeah.
And she has the looks, and we seeing now on social media that she has the personality to do so. She could have been heel or face. Loved enough for face.
Yep.
Absolutely cooking enough on social media to do heel. They had it right there in their face, and they just didn't do it. Why would you not do it? She's obviously has her own big following, and more likely would have cooks doing it. She knows the business in and out. That just made no sense to me.
And we will see her in AEW. I think that's why they name dropped her tonight when during the contract signing, whenever it was that her name was brought up. I think it was Swerve that said it something during the contract.
He said it was only going to be two things that Ricochet be known for.
Yeah. And then he said Samantha's name. So I think that tonight was a prelude, a little teaser, Easter egg, whatever term you want to use. We've known for a while that Samantha has wanted to do more, whether it's wrestling or whatever, that she was not happy with just being an announcer. She doesn't think she's good at it, which full of shit. She was amazing at it, but she was not happy doing it. She would much rather, like Rock said, be a manager or she loves wrestling and wants to be involved in the business. but not as an announcer.
From what I know, and I'm not 100% sure about that, but from what I've heard or seen online, she actually has done training for wrestling, like lately.
See, I would not be surprised to see her in the ring one day. I'm all for it. Like you said, she's got the look, she's got the athletic ability, she's got the talent. Woman can sing, she can play several instruments. Ricochet's a lucky, lucky man.
And she can sing.
Hell of a catch, I'll tell you what. Aha! And with that,
hey, she might come out and hit Swerve with the low blow at Revolution.
What's up?
I said she could come down to the ring and hit Swerve with the low blow at Revolution. And then Ricochet the number one contender. You never know.
Bro, I mean, yeah, we could see that, that I would not be surprised because we're going to get some shit. They have to. After what happened Saturday with WWE and then Monday, they're under the gun. They have to deliver, and I think they will. Again, why I think they missed the mark with this Prime shit. But,
there was a post. There was a post on Twitter. Somebody asked, can Montez fight? And they're referring to that because of how beautiful Bianca is.
Yeah.
And Montez replied back, this goes to anybody. Try me, bitch. Now, I wish Ricochet would say that. I'm going to try him. For sure.
I said they probably didn't believe Ricochet.
I wouldn't try Montez. I believe that shit. I believe he was in the Marine and all that. I ain't trying him. But Ricochet, for sure. I'm trying you.
We trying Trevor.
All right, Ricochet,
I might try him immediately.
But if you fuck up at all,
it won't even be towards me. I just feel like I gotta try him. Where he at? Right now.
All right, with that, we're gonna go ahead and end the show with Rock's nonsense. This is the Mad Family Review. Once again, I want to thank everyone for joining your boy, even though he was late. Loud, it was Rich Loud in the beautiful Bonafide Thundercat holding it down for me before I was able to come in. MTG joined us about the same time that I got in. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you coming in. We got Rock Dreams, that motherfucker Rock Dreams coming in at the end. Didn't watch shit, but had an opinion just like he does about everything in life. But that's that boy Rock Dreams. He don't care if he knows shit or not. He gonna hear his opinion. I'm just fucking with you, brother. This is Mad Family Review. This is AEW. This is what we do. We shoot from the hip. We say it like we see it. Until next time, everyone stay mad, and we out. Thank you again for Diamond Land. Salute the land.
See you on Thursday.